Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey, how we doing, y'all? Hopefully we doing all right. I want to get into something. I actually want to get into a couple of things. I'm looking for a particular comment. This is the comment I was looking for. Let me take a quick screenshot. Thank you for being like super patient real quick. Because I'm going to talk about the subject matter at hand, but I wanted to say something about a comment. And this is a comment that I got from a lady that frequents the chat room. So I'm going to comment on the comment, but this isn't like any form of like chastisement of her or anything like that. I'm not trying to like get at her, because actually something about the comment made me sad. It was something about her comment that made me sad. And I don't know if I cropped out or her name or not, but again, okay, I did crop out her name. So, okay. This was a comment underneath my a recent video I did the other day. And she says, "I'm sorry that good women are getting picked on. You all should not. Now I understand why good women wants to talk badly about other women. Not fair, but I get it. Although I don't believe I am like those women, I am okay with good women taking their hurt out on me. Has been doing it since I was little. Again, I'm sorry good women are going through this, because you all need to get your flowers, which I wish I could do something, but I am only one person. Keep doing and calling out bad women." I thought it was interesting, and she may show up. So this is why this is not anything to like try to shame her or anything. It's something about it that made me sad. And I think that the part that made me sad is that she didn't put herself in either category. She said good women in a way that excluded her, but she also did not include herself in with the bad women, because she said, although I don't believe I am like those women, I'm okay with good women taking their hurt out on me. And this young lady comes into the chat, and sometimes she disagrees. She's never disrespectful or anything like that. So I can always tolerate people coming into the chat that don't agree with things that I say and my point of view and things of that nature. Because, you know, people don't have to agree with everything I'm talking about. But I thought that it was interesting. I thought that I would need to sort of address a few points within it. Hopefully, she knows who she is, and that she will hear this. Maybe she'll tune in. I don't know. But I'd like to say to her that the reason that I talk the way that I talk about hyenas and such and feminists and things of that nature, it's not revenge. I'm not here, and I really don't think any lioness is here, or even if they're not here, um, is here to uh, take revenge or play a get back game to women that we perceive as not good women or lionesses or what have you. The reason that I speak the way that I speak, and it can be harsh, it has been harsh. I recognize that. I don't apologize for it. It is what it is. I mean it to be that way. But because the mindset that fuels the actions, the mindset that fuels the behavior is in my opinion an evil mindset. And I am not being dramatic when I say that. It is literally an evil mindset set forth in this society for various reasons and to achieve various outcomes, none of them good for us as women, and especially Black women and our families. So I don't want her to feel, and any woman listening that may feel like she does, that this channel, the way in which we're speaking, what we're speaking about, how often we speak about it, how harshly we speak about it, is in some way to sort of play a get back game and, sort of downtrod other women because we feel that maybe we've been overlooked, or we feel maybe that we haven't been given our just due and just credit. No. I talk about all the various aspects of the feminist mindset in order to illustrate why the behavior is bad, because you really can't escape the purpose of a thing. Feminism's purpose was not to women's benefit, especially Black women, specifically Black women. It may have at some point been to white women's benefit. So I'm not going to say that women were not trying to benefit from it. It was just white women. For us, their same tactics that they were hoping helped them actually actively destroyed us. And it not only just destroyed us in an abstract kind of way, it destroyed us in a very concrete way, because many Black women, of course not all, think a certain way. And because it has become entrenched, they don't see it as wrong. And when you don't see things as wrong, you don't turn from them. You don't feel any sense of shame or any sense that you should change it because this is not right. I shouldn't be doing this. If you feel like something is correct and you feel correct in it, then the chances of you turning away from a certain mindset or a certain set of beliefs or a certain set of actions connected to those beliefs is very low. Okay. The other thing for her and she knows who she is. Because I actually like her. She be disagreeing with me, but I actually like her because she's young and she's trying. I believe that she's trying to find her way. The fact that she excludes herself from both groups tells me that she might be in the midst of a self-discovery kind of journey, which I encourage everybody to go through, especially women. I want her to understand that if she's not a hyena, she's a lioness. Because you can only be one of the two. If you're not a hyena and you don't want to be identified, you don't want to be a part of that, then you don't have to be. If you are on a journey of maybe self-discovery, you trying to find out who you are, you trying to really dive deep, maybe you are, you know what I'm saying, dealing with whatever you're dealing with in life within yourself, whatever the case may be. I'm not saying you gotta be, I'm just saying. You might be a lioness on the other side of it. This is my content is for you. When I say that I'm coming to the boneyard to talk to the lionesses, I mean that. I mean that. Lionesses are not, especially in this society, not perfect. They've been hurt. They don't know where to go sometimes. They don't know what to do sometimes. They know what not to do. But sometimes they don't know what to do. And on top of that, sometimes being told what you should do is daunting because you don't know how to do it. You don't know where to start with that stuff. And then it seems like this insurmountable thing. And it's just like, almost it's like, forget it. I can't do that. I'm not over here in the boneyard per se, but Pride Rock is too unattainable. So I don't know how to get over there. I'm maybe not good enough to be over there or whatever. Poppycock. Put it out your head. Everybody got to start somewhere and everybody got to be somewhere. You belong to one of the two groups. The power that you have, and it is a wonderful power, is to choose which one you're going to be. And that choice comes from the heart. Not from what I say, not from what somebody else say on their channel or a book you read or whatever. But we all have the ability to make the choices on our own. That's all. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Hopefully she finds her place. Like I said, I think she's a young woman in her 20s. So you be having to find your place. You know, hopefully I can help by being maybe a guidepost to those places. But I don't know. I think that part kind of hurt my feelings a little bit because I don't want nobody to think I'm here to just rag because of whatever kind of like personal hang up. Definitely sending her hugs. Sending her hugs and kisses. She'd be fine. Okay. So now we can get to what I really want to talk about, which is the unhappy wife. The unhappy wife. Always the wives got to be unhappy. Always. I did a video that illustrated that wonderfully. Remember the video that I did? Let me refresh you. I want to refresh your memories real quick. I see Miss C in here. How you doing, sweetheart? Thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate the Cash App that I just received. What's going on, Miss C? That's my sis right there. Oh Lord. But y'all remember this chick here. And the wife gotta be unhappy. Y'all remember her? Right? Remember the horror stories, quote unquote? Little refresher.
Always a black man. I'm going to tell you that in my inbox or in my comments, telling me how I'm nothing. It's always a black man in my comments telling a black woman how she's nothing, how she's ugly, how no man wants to be with her. Why shouldn't nobody want to be with her? Why your husband shouldn't want to be with you? Your husband is with you but shouldn't want to. He don't really want to. He lying to you. He cheating on you. He living a false life with you because you are who you are. The mental illness in the black community, y'all don't even notice it in y'all comments. The fact that you don't even notice that you have a mental health issue spewing negative energy.
Now that wasn't the exact video, but you recall her. She was the one that had all of the horror stories from how the men had married these women and then gone off to cheat and make other families and this and that. I want to say what I'm saying because we need to point out which of the lies that the women are being told and perpetuated in order to keep with the feminism, to keep the feminism going. There are particular lies that are told and circulated and recirculated that are designed to maintain the status quo of feminism in the Black community and make it in such a way that we almost cannot come back from it because belief systems become entrenched with people. Okay. A Biocultiron was performed. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's performed. Another one is underway, by the way. But when we're talking about feminism, the Biocultiron was performed. A cultural insertion of an idea that then became a biological set, i.e., what you believe. Okay, what you believe, what you think, and what you feel. Core beliefs. It become part of the core beliefs. And then the environment changed to support all of that. Another Biocultiron is underway. Precisely. See, I didn't even get to the converse of the unhappy wife. The unhappy wife, the converse of that is that all of the single women are happy. Okay. But a Biocultiron is underway. With the new president, you realize a Biocultiron is happening. He's starting with the environment, like they all do. The law of the land. He's starting with the law of the land. He thinks he's going from the lost value system to the 10 life value system. In his mind, that's what's happening. I don't know if that's what's going to be the result of it. I doubt it. But a Biocultiron is definitely absolutely under the way. He promised one. He promised it. That's part of what made people so uncomfortable. I promise I'm not going to stay in this tangent. But that's a part of what made people so uncomfortable about him, is because he was going to produce a Biocultiron. He was going to do it. He's starting with the environment, changing the law of the land. Changing the law of the land. Okay, because what is environment? The legal, the law of the land, structures, the housing, the institutions, the industries, the transportations, hospitals, businesses, banking, schools, local municipalities, city, states, governments, okay, as well as the natural environment, the actual earth itself, the buildings, the, parks and the trees, and okay, so that's environment. But in the way in which I'm speaking of the environment of the country in terms of its institutions and things of that nature. So Trump is now the first thing that he's doing is going about a Biocultiron by change of law. I'm hoping to God I don't change this live stream into a Biocultiron lesson, but I might have to. He's changing it. He's changing the environment in hopes of changing the culture. Because one of the laws that he's trying to put into place is that there are 2 genders only, which reaches to biology, but he's trying to get to biology by changing culture. Okay. So he's going environment first because as the president, he can immediately affect that. Okay. He's saying that we've got it all wrong with the biology, which is true. And it is true in terms of the whole gender thing, blah, blah, blah. He's attempting to use the environment to change the biology to then influence the culture and change American culture. That is what he's saying, whether you agree with it or like it or not. He's saying, make America great again, because he thinks that the culture as we know it now has weakened America as a whole. So he's trying to do a Biocultiron in 4 years. Now, usually it takes a generation, but what he sets in motion might actually go. Some of it gonna stick, some of it not. Some of it gonna stick. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you some of that stuff gonna stick. And some of it you gonna like and some of it you not. That depends. Biocultirons are good things if you want them to be. They're bad things if you want them to be. Like, that's why I said in the beginning of saying this, I think he thinks, I think it's his intention to go from the lost value system to the 10 life value system. It's just that I don't know that that's going to actually be the outcome. I think he intends it, though. I think he believes he's doing the right thing. We will yet to see whether or not he actually is doing the right thing, but I think he doing the right thing. I think he actually believe in it. I don't disagree with much of what he says. Some of the stuff is crap, though, let's be honest. Okay. Some of the stuff he talking about is crap. We know that. One thing I will know, and I'm going to get off this trajectory because I really just wanted to do a little bit refresh. Yes. It's my theory. It's my theory that to effectively move from the lost value system to the 10 life value system, you have to start with biology, not environment. When you go from environment backwards, I think you always, like 9 times out of 10, you come out with a lost value system. When you go from biology forward, I think you come out with a 10 life value system after that, because that's the purpose of Biocultirons is to give birth to a value system that galvanizes people, right? So people don't like Trump, but fail to realize that the country as a whole, whether it's been Democrats or Republicans, has always been moving in a direction that takes us away from the truth. Okay. See, they didn't like it when we were doing it. See, when we do Biocultirons, we always start with biology. In this country, especially because we never really have environmental power, but we do have power over biology and definitely culture. We're cultural trendsetters. So we start with biology and culture. We always get 2 out of 3. And when we start making headway into 3, they cut our neck off with it. And when we do actually make it to 3, they wipe us out. Okay. So this is why their Biocultirons can take place so quickly. And for us, it seems almost insurmountable, like we can't do it. It takes longer to go from biology to environment. But since they run the environment, they always start there because that's where their power is. Their power is not biology and culture. They have to force that. We have power over biology and culture, but we have less power in environment, almost no power environmentally in terms of the institutions and the law of the land, because the institutions were not created by us nor for us. And those institutions still stand as they were created. We have not affected it. We have not affected it at all like we think we have. See, he's removing things like the DEI. He's removing things like even equal opportunity, employment, right? But what Black people have to understand is while that makes you clutch your pearls, you have to understand that these companies never practiced equal opportunity employment. They never did. Even when it was a law on the books. When they would deny you, they said they denied you on the basis of merit. See, they didn't tell you that they denied you on the basis of your, you know what I'm saying, being a protected class or a minority or a woman or your sex or your race. Or see, they don't say that. And the only reason that they were ever hiring anybody in particular is because you get a tax break for doing it. So it was now, I want Black people to understand that this country has never deviated, not one time, away from what it think about us. Do you understand that? I hope y'all understand that. If you don't understand it, it look like Trump gonna teach you the lesson. because the Democrats just did it. They just did it softly, but they still destroyed our family. It wasn't. It was all of that feminist, leftist, all of that Marxism, right? Still destroyed our family. It was just soft. We just didn't see the left. We didn't see it coming. Trump doing like this. You see what I'm saying? In point of fact, the Democrats destroyed us so badly that they almost made it impossible to vote for them this time. In my eyes, they took a dive, like taking a dive in a fight. They took a dive. They did everything that they could to bow out. They want this. Please understand that no matter what the optics look like, everybody that was at that inauguration is in lockstep. Do you understand? They may differ on petty points, but they are in lockstep, and they always have been. They always have been. See, I just knew Trump was going to win because Kamala couldn't win. And everybody mistook that as me thinking Trump was some type of savior. I just know what I know. I know how these people operate. You could see that coming 6 miles away. I don't know what to tell you. Soon as he said he was going to run again, I said, oh, okay. We see what's going to happen. It was funny to me. Because America's weak. Now, that's one thing I actually agree with Trump on. America's weak. And if we're seen as weak, we will be conquered. Americans don't think America can be conquered. Yes, we can. And the number one country on the horizon to do so is actually Russia or China. And we can be conquered economically above all, because we had a little money laundering scheme going through Ukraine. But we're not going to talk about that. They be trying to do scare tactics. Now Bernie Sanders gonna come out and say, now all the billionaires run the country. Who else has been running the country? Who's been running the country? Surely not the common people. Surely not us. Surely we didn't think that the common people were running the country. Do we know who the lobbyists are made out of in all these special interest groups? Some wear big hats, some wear little ones. You understand? Do we even know who these people are? So y'all don't know. Y'all better know who these people are for real. Exactly, babe. Which one of them ain't filthy rich? As they try to act like they bleeding hearts for the people. The way Kamala was sitting up there looking crazy the whole time. Girl, we still don't like you. Even if we don't like Trump, we don't like you. Anyway, back to the message at hand. The lie of the unhappy wife. We're going to get into why they tell this lie, or why they have to, why they feel like they have to. But after these messages, we'll be right back. So we're going to have to take a little break and hit the link that's pinned to the top of the chat, ashkicking.com. Go ahead and get you some of the best body butter and personal care products on the market. If you need your skin to keep looking and feeling and smelling its absolute best, then you can't look any further than ashkicking.com. If it's going to be your first order, first of all, I don't know what you're waiting on. Second of all, take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson. Once again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat, ashkicking.com. I owe you guys a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to go ahead and hit the like button. Thank you, Mogul, for your contribution. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Ty Boxing. So your commentary is designed to encourage people to do better, to have better outcomes. And for that, we salute you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Steele. So I think we know who are telling those lies. I think we know why they're telling those lies. And thank you, Ms. Love C. Said we need a Biocultiron refresher. Discord, maybe we definitely can go into Discord for all of you who are not in the Discord. Somebody put my Discord link in the chat. It's in the description box as well. The joining the Discord is absolutely free. You don't have to do anything in order to be in there. And I definitely want to start having more conversation there. It's better than it has been in the past, but yeah, we can have some good conversations in there. Thank you, Tommy. So I always love your message. I appreciate you as well. Okay. Why is the lie of the unhappy wife needing to be told? When we look at it from the female's point of view, from the hyenas, they have to say that married women are inherently unhappy. They're not happy. Let me see if I can. Because I need to see if I can pinpoint this thing. Okay. This is a video from MTR's channel. He covered this. And I want to sort of talk about a little bit of it. We're not going to play the whole thing, but I do believe that I covered at some point her when she was talking about marriage is sex work. Okay. Marriage is sex work. Thank you, Southside Militia. Said, what are your thoughts on Michelle? Quick thoughts on Michelle. I have two thoughts. Number one, I get her. Let me say this in the camera. I get her from the standpoint of, I don't want to be around these people. You would not believe the energy that hang off of people like that. Them people don't know no good over there. Okay. So on the one hand, I get that part from a personal standpoint. Second point, even if that's what you think about them people, you never send your husband in there in the sharks by itself. Because if he get eaten, you got to get eaten, or y'all got to fight together. You never leave your husband's side. You never give the public a reason to come at your marriage, or you never make your husband look a certain way. You never give anybody any ammunition. I don't care what's going on in that household. You are united front until it is official that it is otherwise. Other than that, you are supposed to be lockstep in with your husband, because it doesn't matter what you think about them other people. Your husband is your husband. You sleep with him every night. I don't care if y'all had a knockdown drag out about how you made a thought he was phony for laughing with Trump, which I don't even know if that's even a real conversation. But let's just say hypothetically, that's what that, once you get done being mad at that, go in there and put that evening gown on, do your face. Well, not your evening gown, but put your inauguration dress on, get your hair done, get your face, and you'll be in the car waiting with your husband so y'all can head to the inauguration together. And you put the smile on, not for them, for him. Not for them, for him. For him, you do it. For the love and the respect that you have for him, you do that. It doesn't matter how you feel about the people or who's up there giving a speech or who gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? She had a bad case of who all gonna be over there. You know how black folk do. Who all finna be over there? You know who finna be over there. Get your inauguration dress. Get your daytime makeup. Get your hair done. Show up in locked arms with your husband and call it a cheap afternoon. You know you got to keep up appearances with these people. You know that that's what you have to do. So you do if you can't muster it up for nobody else, you muster it up for your husband. That's what you're supposed to do. Baby, she should to hide her face if she wanted to make a face, because Melania was sitting there making faces, baby. That's all Melania do. You'll never let your husband walk into the lion's den by itself. So I'm mad with her with that. I'm mad with her with that. You don't do him like that. You do not do your husband like that. It's a lot of folk marriages, ain't they type, but they come there to do the job. You think the Clintons is really together? The Bushes? You think them folks even like each other? That's even worse. If you know you was there as an arrangement, you need to show up at every event. You almost contracted into it. What's wrong with you? No, I wasn't trying to get at you. I agree with you too. So she was supposed to show up with her husband. Even if she didn't stay all day, ain't nobody say you had to stay all day. You had that talk with him, baby. I'm only gonna come there with them cameras now. You know I don't like none of them people. It pain me to even be there, but I'll be there for you. But can I leave after a while? Can we get on out of there after a while? How long we really got to stay? You were supposed to make that a situation with you and him against them, not you against him. Yeah, I hear she didn't come to Jimmy Carter, and all that. Girl, you doing too much. She doing too much, in my opinion. Yeah, she was doing too much. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. No, don't make him look like that. That's your husband. If it ain't nothing else, it's your husband. Which actually goes into the whole married women are unhappy diatribe. She just proved the point. All the married women is unhappy, even if you married to Barack Obama, right? They got a hyena got to try to prove that marriage is not quote unquote all it's cracked up to be, because no matter what kind of man you marry, even if you married to the former president of the United States of America, a president that most people like, by the way, it ain't all that. It just ain't. Because here's my other thing with Michelle. I didn't actually blast her when she said that there was a period of unhappiness in her marriage. And I didn't blast her because she stayed. That's why I didn't blast her. I didn't blast her because she stayed. She did actually what you're supposed to do in that situation, is not bust up your family for your temporary feelings, which she admitted on an interview was temporary. She don't even feel like that after that. She didn't feel like that before, and she wasn't feeling like that after. So that's actually what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do the opposite of Tia Mowry. You are supposed to, even if you go through a season in your marriage where you're not particularly happy, you're supposed to stick it out and you're supposed to get past it. That's what you're supposed to do. That's why I never came for her for that. Because that's what you do. But now she blasting all that by not showing up in places that she's supposed to show up with, girl. Because I always side-eyed it anyway. because of some other stuff that she said even before while he was still in office. Talking about she feel like a single mother. See, I didn't like that little comment. Remember that? I didn't like that little comment. So ever since then, I had kind of side-eyed her a little bit. But when she said, I stayed, I said, well, I gave her, I try to give props where they do. I try to give, try to give credit where it's due at. But nope, she wiping the credit away because so she really kind of proven the whole, but anyway. Yeah, it made me take the little credit I had gave her. You know what I'm saying? I try to give a little credit. You try not to just be, just say I'm gonna speak bad on it no matter what. I try not to be like that. I try to agree with you when you're right, even if I don't agree with other stuff that you do. But anyway, let me go ahead and spit this out. The main reason why hyenas have to tell the lie. The main reason why the hyenas have to tell the lie about it is because they have to, it's two sides. They have to convince men that good wives are faking it. And that's why they unhappy. Follow me. Good wives are faking it. And that's why they're unhappy. Because there's no such thing as a lioness. All the women are hyenas. All the women are like them. See, if they don't try to destroy or stop good women from being good women, part of the lie that they've constructed is that they have to be like this. Hyenas tell the lie that they're the way they are because they gotta be. Okay? Society made them like this. The men made them like this. They gotta be masculine. They gotta be, they gotta be doing this stuff. If you're a good woman, genuinely, you just knocked all that off the table. Because if she can do it, why you can't do it? So then they gotta flip that and say, well, no. She's actually faking it. She's just trying to do what the men say they want out of her, which makes her pick me, just so she could get picked. But she don't really think like that. She don't really think she needs to be good to you. She doesn't really think that she needs to be a good wife. She doesn't really think that she needs to be a helpmate. She doesn't really think that she needs to be supportive. She doesn't really think that she needs to do anything. And because she's faking it, she's ultimately unhappy. Even if she be in a marriage for 50 years and tell you she happy, they will try to say she's not. Because the thing that you got to understand is that the married women are not really on social media talking about how horrible marriage is. The single women are. But who told you to speak for a situation you're not in? And the only so-called married women that talk about how unhappy they are is the hyena that roped somebody into marrying her. So now she is faking it because, like I said in the last live stream, she came into a situation thinking she was going to be a partner. She had no intention of being a wife. So this is faking. For her, it's faking. So now she's unhappy because she can't be herself. What do you think that hyenas be talking about? When I lost myself, I don't have the capacity to be a hyena like I want to be. It's way too much structure. Even if the man has loose structure, you know what's too much structure? He there. He even there. The fact that he even there, that's too much structure. It's too much. So when lionesses get married and we actually do the things that wives are supposed to do to the best of our ability, and then we say we like being married, we actually like our husbands and stuff like that. And, you know, it can be challenging at times, but, you know, we don't want to give it up. You know, we much prefer to be married than we not married. Then they got to say we lying about that. I'm going to start this off, but I'm not going to finish it because this might have to be part 2. But this right here, because I got off topic, but this might have to be the part 2.
Timeline is that this woman says that marriage is the lowest paid form of S work. Very interesting. So let's get active. Now, I will say I've listened to a couple of her things.
Not only is she saying that marriage is sex work, she doubled down and said it was the lowest paid form. So we hoeing and ain't even getting nothing out of it, is what she's saying. She's saying y'all done got married. You hoeing for this man. You hoeing in the house. And you ain't even really getting nothing. The street hoe get more than you get. That's what she's trying to say.
Thoughts. She's your standard issue, feminist, activist, women's empowerment, no empathy for.
Baby, them bangs with that synthetic wig. I know you ain't talking about nobody. Is a low-paid sex worker with them bangs 5 inches above your eyebrows, with them Dora Explorer bangs. I know you ain't said nothing about backpack, bang head. I know you ain't did that, right? So I know you ain't sat there with no wig, bangs too short, and you didn't even have the good sense to brush the curls out of the wig. All you did was take the foam out of the wig that the curls was curled around. You shook it 2-3 times and you slapped it on your head, and it's shiny. I know you not, but I digress.
For men, the patriarchy still, one of those. Nevertheless, let's give her a fair shot and let's listen to her thoughts. Without further ado.
And then I said that marriage is the lowest paid form of sex work. And people were really annoyed about it. Because
the lowest.
Yes.
The lowest
paid form of sex work. I believe marriage is the lowest paid form of sex
Explain
work
yourself.
Within the dynamic of cis hetero marriage between man and woman.
How so?
The reason why I say that is because when we look at the origins of marriage and we observe this ongoing, growing trend of the trad wife becoming this thing that we're seeing everywhere, it's this idea that the woman is there.
It's crazy that she's describing something traditional as a new trend. That should give you an idea of her mindset. Let's go.
To serve and to be the homekeeper, and the idealized arrangement is that the man makes the money, he financially takes care of the home, and you get love and acceptance and the title of wife in return. And now when we look at marriages
Sounds like a good deal.
more commonly within our local sphere, outside of the sensationalized tradwife content. What we're seeing a lot is many unhappily married people, specifically women. I receive a lot of messages from women who tell me that.
Now, I want to know, what I want to know, this is definitely going to be a part 2 because I got to roast her. What I want to know is which woman is writing you and your bangs? Dear Abby Bang, I'm unhappy in my marriage. Can you tell me what to do? I will accept counseling from either you or your bang. The end. Who see how they be lying? Cause there is not no gang of married women writing you. Where they writing you from? Writing you. How they know about you? Writing a hoe to get to tell a hoe that she ain't happy in her marriage. You mean to tell me that you have just a plethora of married women that is just clamoring over themselves to write letters to a hoe, the last person that a married woman would confide in, to tell them that she's not happy with her husband and in her marriage? They telling you that. Not a counselor, not her good girlfriend, not her mama, not her sister, you. And you want us to believe that, you and your shaking bang. You'd did better with a headband wig out of Amazon. Come on here with no bangs looking like that. You ain't never supposed to come in here with no bang you could do like that. If a woman gonna wear bangs, she gotta wear, I'm of the opinion she gotta wear Egyptian bangs. They got to be at least at her eyebrow. You don't come in here with these little Sally Sue bangs. You supposed to come in here with some ancient Kemet bangs. You know what I'm saying? Rock the bangs for real. You coming in here with these Sally Sue, Mary Sue bangs. And you want somebody to listen to you. That wig ain't expensive. That is a beauty supply store wig if I ever seen one. That is an AliExpress wig. Because only the cheap ones shine like that. The other ones try to look like hair. When they get real shiny, they strung out of that nylon, is no better than braid hair that you used to buy back in the 90s for 50 cents a pack. That's what she got on her head. And somebody writing you to tell them you about their marriage. Girl.
In their marriage, they essentially have to, it's not that they have to, but they feel like they have to perform sexual favors for their husband in order for things to be done. Whether that's, for example, I don't know if you might have seen this flying around on the internet. There was an interview between Katy Perry and Alex Cooper on Alex Cooper's podcast called Call Her Daddy. And Katy Perry was saying that within her marriage to Orlando Bloom, if he closes the cupboards and, cleans the dishes, and he's going to get his dick sucked as essentially a reward for closing the cupboard, washing.
Now, for a hoe, you mighty stupid when it comes to sex stuff. I ain't never seen a hoe be real stupid when it comes to sex. She might be stupid everywhere else, but with sex, she mastered it, and which is why she a hoe. From a married woman's standpoint, when married women say, listen, let me look you in your eyeball as I say this. When married women say, he gonna get it's going mm-hmm. If he close a cupboard, if he, you know what I'm saying, change or oil, if he go out there and put mm-hmm. We are saying that we are looking for excuses to do that. We're not saying that we're doing it to get that action done. And if we don't give him oral sex, he's not going to do it. That's not what we're saying, shiny bangs. Wives are saying that we looking for we looking for any occasion. We'll make any occasion an oral sex occasion. It'll be a celebration. Anything that get done. We looking for the excuse to do it. It's tongue in cheek, quite literally. Shiny bang, I would have expected you to do that, but you ain't got no husband. You got to suck the D if he come up with a few shekels and shillings to give you. You got to do it, don't you? He can come in there with the crustiest eggplant you ever seen in your life, and if he throw you them little shillings, you got to suck it, don't you? But you and your AliExpress wig and your Temu wig would not know that. You didn't even so much as get up here with a doobie wig. You was at least supposed to wear a doobie wig. You didn't even wear a doobie wig. I'm disappointed because good looking wigs don't have to cost that much. You could have done that. You needed to spend you a couple of nights to get you enough money to come on somebody's podcast with a better wig than that. Since you such a high paid hoe, you needed to turn a couple more tricks, didn't you? You missing out on the tricks? Missing out? You missed a few, didn't you? You were supposed to come with a better wig than that. At least us married women know what to expect when our husbands get in the bed. We know he clean. We know he smell good. It ain't a crackerjack mystery just because he threw us a few shekels. He got the integrity to, if he been out and it's a long day and he was sweating, he go take a shower before we give it to us. They show up to you just as filthy as they want to, and you had better act like you like it. Mad because you don't like it and we do, huh? You've been hoeing so long, you can't even fathom being with a man just because you hot for him and you like him and he turn you on and he do all the stuff you want done, so you want to toot it up. You so used to the transaction, you can't even imagine that money is not about this. It's not about no money. Can't even think about it. But us married women, us lionesses that like our husbands, we actually like our husbands. Something you wouldn't know nothing about because you don't like these Johns. Because they come to you in any situation and circumstance, don't they? 10 hours sweating at a construction job and you had better just get your face in their lap. Hey, that's a sad existence, isn't it? Sad for you. I hate that for you. And those bangs. A hoe, if a hoe ain't got nothing else, she got the audacity, don't she? That's why she finna get cooked Friday. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cook her Friday. I'm gonna cook Bang number 2 on Friday. Dora the Bang. She need to explore some new wigs. She done got that wig out of the toy section of Walmart. You know how they had a little Barbie head and used to be able to do the big Barbie head? You know, she got a wig you can't put no heat to. How you done bought a wig you can't put no heat to, ma'am? Thank you, Southside Militia says she pulled a Jada, made it about her, not her man. And thank you to King Adams, who's been a member for 9 months. I appreciate you. So I'm willing to bet it's like Tyler Perry's The Oval behind the scenes. Keep talking that good talk, sister. Haven't caught a live in a minute replay gang. No problem. Thank you, Quiet Faith, for supporting the channel and message you a great example in challenging times. I appreciate you greatly. And thank you, Miss Bella. Said Michelle gave Black women permission to openly disrespect their man and husbands. Also been a member for 9 months. Y'all check her out. The good sister be having actually good videos and shows. Y'all really need to go and support Miss Bella. Click on Bella. Put your channel in the chat, sweetheart, so that they can go and support the channel, subscribe to her channel, support the lioness. The lionesses need all of the support we could get. So definitely go and hit the link for Bella and actually subscribe to her channel. Thank you, Bakish, for your super sticker. I appreciate you. And thank you, J Dub. So you're killing me in a good way, sis. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, we're going to get on out of here. But before we do,
Join PCTechForum.net is a new site. It's a way of discussing everything related to tech news. They'll be discussing the latest processors, graphic cards, laptops, hard drives, computer cases. They also have a section for pre-built PCs and custom-built PCs, and also a PC straight from the manufacturer. They also be discussing the operating systems and how to troubleshoot them. And said, last but not least, they'll also be discussing the latest games and business. The site is brand new, so people will join for the first time on there. So come and sign up today at PCTechForum.net.
So go ahead, click the link at the top of the chat, PCTechForum.net. Help the brother get to his goal and beyond his goal of 300 subscribers and registered users on the forum. Don't just register, go ahead and join the conversation for everyone who is interested in everything tech. At this point, everything AI. Please go ahead and once again, click the link at the top of the chat, PCTechForum.net. I want to thank everyone for coming through, showing love. We gonna cook on part 2 Friday. You know, Dora's week. We gonna cook Dora's week. So please come ready. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.